Other major challenges and opportunities, the situation around us is that the quality of our air and water has been degraded over those years of growth. A lot of this has changed more recently, but we're still living with some of the sins of our past. And the built natural environment in many parts of our region do not support active and healthy lifestyles. There is a solution to this, and the solution is creating walkable neighborhoods, complete communities, offering a wide range of transportation choices beyond the automobile, where people can walk to services and where they can greatly improve their health and well-being by living in those compact communities. Another major challenge that we face is more of a global issue, and that's climate change. For the residents of our region, we have seen and witnessed more volatile and intense storm events, certainly extended periods of heat and drought, and increased international migration pressures, all of which tax our existing infrastructure and social and emergency services. Of course, this coincides at the same time we have higher energy prices and global and national economies that are seeking alternative sources of energy supply. So for our area, the solution really is, again, creating communities that use less energy, that can be efficiently served by public transit, that can reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and will be part of the solution that is required for our area so that we will prosper in the coming decades. The way that we were doing business before, the status quo, is no longer an option.
Okay, at this point, as we close, we did want to indicate to you again that the information that we're presenting tonight will be available on the city website. We are also making sure that we have copies of this report available to the public. We also would like to mention that the other planners in the region have been making similar presentations to their councils, and I know some of them, such as Tecumseh and LaSalle, more recently did that. So on that note, we would like to thank you for your attention, and we look forward to continue work with you on these initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Doyle and Mr. Hunt. We have two more speakers, Mr. Chris Holt and a Mr. Mark Boscario, resident. Good evening, Mr. Boscario.
Good evening. Mr. Holt sends his regrets he couldn't be here tonight. He would like to have been. I'll try to be very brief. Too many times we come before you to ask for something or to criticize. I think it's equally, if not more important, to acknowledge when we do something right and when we work together as a region. And I use the term we specifically because many times when I come before council, I bring reports from experts from other jurisdictions. Today, I'm proud to have as a new resource a report from experts in our jurisdiction of Windsor and Essex County. And this isn't just how I feel. I bring this message from Mr. Holt and all those involved in a new interactive media site, scaledown.ca, as well as the dozens of people who have read this report and made supportive comments on our website. This report embodies everything our website espouses. When we bring author Chris Turner tomorrow to talk about his book, The Geography of Hope, this report is the type of hope that we're talking about. On behalf of scaledown.ca, I want to present the Planning Department with a token of our appreciation, a copy of Chris Turner's book, and invite them tomorrow to the Kobodo Club at 7 p.m. to get it signed by Mr. Turner in person, and I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Boscario. Council questions? I have Councillor Hatfield and Councillor Halverstadt.
Thank you. To our planners, if I could, your acting worship, the trends of the region, our seniors have increased by more than 19,000 in the past 10 years, and it says an additional 57,000 seniors in the next 20 years, 1 in 3 of us. What are we doing, or what should we be doing to prepare for that? It's not that far away.
Thank you for the question, Councillor. Certainly, the answer is not simple, and would take up way too much of your time tonight for me to try and attempt to address it. But I think the opportunity that we're hearing, and we're hearing it in our official plan review exercise from residents, is that we need more amenities that serve those types of needs. And as people age, their requirements for different types of activities and mobilities certainly change. So I think that the short answer is alternative modes of transportation need to be provided. A lot of times people do not have a driver's license or do not have access to a car or cannot afford a car. And those are a number of opportunities as well. So as we see the population age, the increase on cultural and recreation activities will definitely be a pressure that we'll experience, as well as social service and healthcare issues as well.
And I know we're going to be talking about housing later on, but as a city, what should we be thinking about in terms of housing 20 years from now?
Thanks again for the question. What we're seeing is the single-family raised ranch or dwelling unit is not the most appropriate form of housing to age in. Certainly there's accessibility issues associated with that. So the opportunities to have adaptable housing, flexible housing that can meet the needs of families as they age, but also multi-generational families, something that's new. Our statistics show that the single-headed family is a larger percentage of our population than was what we called the nuclear family, that being, mom and dad and 2 kids. So those types of changes require a shift in the types of development forms that we've seen. And in our area, when we take an inventory, we find that the housing stock is pretty much been the same since the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And so we need to look at and promote, incent different types of development forms that can relate to those different dynamics that you're talking about.
I have Councillor Halberstadt, Geniac, and Valentinas.
Thank you, Acting Worship. Yes, this is obviously something near to my heart, this particular topic, and certainly WECAC, the Windsor Essex Environmental Committee has been pushing this type of sustainable regional growth. And I want to compliment the planners for getting together and doing this. But I guess the question begs, what about the political buy-in on this? I know other communities, regions such as Golden Horseshoe, Waterloo region, they have regional growth management plans where all of the municipalities in the region have signed the charter and the politicians have signed it. Are we moving towards that? And if not, and obviously one of the key issues of a regional growth management plan, sustainable, are hard boundaries where you do not develop in those areas. Are we moving towards that? And if not, what needs to be done?